A wise man once said, "We don't change unless we want to." And he was probably right, because on some level, I'm sure I did want to change. But another part of me definitely did not want to change at all. And I think that it's because the smarter you get, or the more understanding you get, an opposite reaction occurs where you actually get stupid and you don't actually know what to do because you think you do. That's the paradox, is that the best things in this life don't come from like certainty in that aspect. It comes from the certainty that you will find out, that there's room for you to be wrong either way, whether being wrong about the good thing or being wrong about the bad thing. As long as you leave a little room, a little space for God in your life, you have a chance at it not being as fucked up as you think it should be, or you think it is, or as much as Satan could make your life turn into torment. And so I'm laying here, just not feeling great, but I got to rewatch some of my videos before my phone started to die, and I figure that I should just let you know that you don't know. That's okay. And if you do think you know, that's okay too. But maybe you don't. And if you don't, then maybe you do. Like, look at the opposite and understand that it could be trying to free you. I'll give you an example. I have a lot of issues. I have anger issues, I have physical issues, I have emotional issues, I have psychological issues. But in the past, I afforded myself a safety net, a safety blanket of sorts, where I could input some chemical, triggers and then feel better somehow. Be able to be triggered into a mode of thinking outside of my thinking, and then I'd be at peace. But the same way that I stopped doing acid and shrooms and coke and all of the stuff like almost 3 years ago, next month, that was just preparation. Because what I really need to do is get a hold of me, the things that I don't think are such a big deal, like smoking weed. It's not that big of a deal, right? It's not. Well, it is. It is, because if my bong gets dirty and it's hard to clean, then that's me. So if I don't take the time to douse myself in some alcohol and salt and shake myself up and throw up this shit, I'm fucked. I'm gonna be stained glass for the rest of my life. So here it is. It's begun. It's my turn to shake myself clean, and then not allow myself to get dirty again, because I know better. So I guess what I'm saying is that if you know me, not just from this channel, but if you know me, then you know me not smoking weed is like a crackhead not smoking crack. It's almost pivotal to how people can define me or understand me. But more than that, it's been pivotal to how I can understand myself. And so, in that, the last thing that I'd like to parlay to you is that the things that you feel and have such a strong understanding about what's important, those are the things that need to be brought into the light and tested. Like, I think that I thought for the longest time that I need to smoke weed so I don't get angry, so I don't feel the physical pain that I'm feeling, so that I can stimulate my appetite, so that I don't have to feel nauseous when I get sick, the rare times I do get sick, and so on and so on and so on and so on. But all of that is just the easy way out. It's no different than drinking NyQuil at the first sign of the sniffles. Like, it works, but do you need it to? It worked, but don't I want more? Don't I want to be able to enjoy, like, whatever I want for as long as I'm here? Because there is no difference between alcohol, weed, drugs, nicotine, caffeine, all of it. Even fucking love. Even the oxytocin, serotonin boost from fucking love. It's all the same thing. If you abuse it because you want it every day, it ceases to be that which you desire. It's gone. And I have to tell you this because I need to be accountable. I need you to know, because I don't want to forget. And when I start to forget, I'll watch this video and I'll remember, like, shit, I was fucked up. I had a lot of shit going on. I had a lot of shit inside of me, and it took so much. It took being homeless for almost 2 years. And then what? Now I'm here, and the only way to make it so this never has the chance of happening again in this way is for me to embrace that I'm stronger, much, much stronger than I've ever given myself credit for. To remember that, like, I actually do enjoy myself. That unlike the people that feel like they need to choke themselves out every 3 times every hour on a cigarette, like, no. I used to enjoy 1 cigarette a day when I was a kid. And it was the act of getting outside, walking around, and finding someone who had a friendly enough energy about them to be like, hey, can I have a cigarette, please? Do you happen to have an extra cigarette? And they'd offer it to me. Maybe they'd give me 2. And I only wanted my kind of cigarette. So if they had the wrong one, I'd say, nah, actually, never mind, thank you. I appreciate that, but I don't want that. Enough. Like, I think you get what I mean. Like, it was intention. It was knowing that this is what I wanted. It's the same thing with my medication. Like, I was using it before as a medication for a bit. But even as that, even as something helpful, it doesn't take much more before it's not. Before it ceases to help you at all. And then it becomes a new source of your misery, of your suffering, of your sickness. So this isn't a pity story. This isn't trying to like hype myself up. Look at me. I'm laying down in a car. I feel like shit. I had a dream last night that I couldn't fucking breathe because I couldn't breathe all fucking night. Woke up, I couldn't breathe. And that's what it was telling me. That's the most important thing. That's all you really gotta keep doing. Just breathe. Just fucking breathe. I started smoking when I was 13 years old. It took a few extra years before nicotine came into the mix, but 13. I'm almost 26. So that'll be 13 years. And mathematically, that sucks for me. Because it means that if I want to attain a true state of peace with myself, I've got to spend the next 13 years getting my shit straight. But hey, I did the math. 26 plus 13 is 39. It kind of sounds nice to be good, to have my shit together at 39. To actually feel, look, and be better than I am here now at 25. Halfway through my 20s, to think that I have a chance to work towards not being scared of 40 years old. Not being all pissed off that I'm about to be 40. Like, that's huge. Because before I thought this was it. Everyone kept telling me, everyone kept explaining and showing me, like, this is it. All you got is when you're young. And sadly, it's only because that's what they gave themselves. That's what they allowed for themselves. They said, I got this time, the rest of it, whatever. It's not for me. But that's dumb. Because if it's for you, then you can extend it out for someone else or multiple other people. You can help other people. But if you aren't even, like, actually facilitating the real you, then nothing is worth anything. The truth is, I am a pissed off fucking person. Like, I've always been upset and controversial and just not your easiest person to deal with when I'm going through it. But that's me. I don't want to trade me for some toned down, over numbed fucking piece of shit. I need to know that, like, I deserve to be pissed off if I'm pissed off. And I deserve to work through it and believe that I can work through it. Sadly, part of my process is laying down right here and fucking recording this video. I could have just been silent about it, had this conversation between me, myself, and God. But that's not how it went. I'm here because this has to happen. I've got to watch this later and remember, like, shit's not sweet. Shit sucks. You gotta know the difference between shit and chocolate, or else you're gonna eat both and think they're the same thing. If you catch my drift. So reclaim your power, my friends. If you're watching this, one day the smoke's gonna clear. Whether it's your smoke or someone else's, the smoke will clear. And all that is left is all that it ever was. So take care and peace out.